All right, let's get to KAYLA TAUSCHE right now. She's got the White House reaction to Omicron. And KAYLA, again, this is not something anybody was really prepared for. What does the White House have to say?
Well, Becky, good morning. The White House is monitoring the situation closely. President Biden is getting briefed regularly on the topic, including just yesterday by his top health and policy officials, where he was told that it's going to be about 2 weeks before there is definitive information on the transmissibility, severity, and other characteristics of this variant. But on the Sunday shows, Dr. Anthony Fauci said that the initial real-time information that the U.S. is getting from its South African counterparts, he described as troubling.
It clearly is giving indication that it has the capability of transmitting rapidly. That's the thing that's causing us now to be concerned, but also to put the pressure on ourselves now to do something about our preparation for this.
So beginning today, the U.S. will not allow travelers from South Africa and 7 southern African nations as it moves to limit the incoming cases. That ban will be in effect until the president terminates it. The travel industry has urged the White House to reconsider the country-specific bans, arguing they don't actually keep these variants out. But the wild card is still the effect that it will have on growth here. White House officials have acknowledged that there's pretty much a clear correlation between case counts of COVID and GDP growth, but they also acknowledge a potential silver lining. Any sort of drop in demand or consumer confidence could have the effect of tamping down on inflation and lowering prices for goods, including and perhaps especially the price of gas at the pump. President Biden is expected to address the nation on the Omicron variant at 11:45 a.m. today. He'll also give another speech on Thursday after a visit to the National Institutes of Health. But clearly, guys, the White House and the administration are watching this very closely, especially because the president's poll numbers have been closely tied to COVID as well.
Right. And, you know, the questions, there's so many questions that are going to take a week or two for us to get some answers to, too. How do they kind of deal with that in the meantime as you await these answers? Is it going to be a week before we know more?
Well, it sounds like it's going to be that clear 2-week time frame, Becky. I mean, the fact that the administration put that time frame out tells you that they don't necessarily expect anything definitive in the interim. Now, there were some messages in the last 24 hours about not panicking, that we don't know information, and that it was still several months before the Delta variant became something that was pervasive here in the United States, even after it was a variant of concern at the World Health Organization. So they understand that it could materialize quickly here, or it could materialize not at all, and they don't really know until this 2-week period passes exactly what the level of concern here should be. Now, as I mentioned, there is a clear correlation between COVID and economic growth. That was something that we saw over the course of the third quarter. And so there is an acknowledgement by White House officials that you could see some slippage as we go into the holiday season if this variant starts to take hold. But as for now, they're just in a wait-and-see mode.